Hello everyone, Miss McCarty here. I can't seem to get my camera to flip while I'm doing a video, so we're going to, just not going to be able to see my face. But you can see what I've worked on in my spare time last week. These last two, I'm working, I still have to put a word underneath the cross. What do you think? Let me know in the chat what your favorites ones there. All right, so I hope everyone has been practicing social distancing and able to do something productive yourself. It's hard not seeing your faces. I miss your faces. Let's do something other than Netflix, Disney Plus, Fortnite, and school. Try something different this week. All right, be productive. Show me what you make. Show me how you're creative, your creative minds this week. I want to remind everyone to work on their study islands. I'm going to give you a grade on your study islands. Not only will you get a grade from your academic teacher, you will also get a grade from Study Skills for completing your study islands. So don't forget to do that. Don't forget, before you watch this video, make sure you've make sure you have read chapters 13, 14, and 15. We will be going over, and I don't want to spoiler alert, we're going to talk about what's in those chapters. Make sure you've read them before you watch the video. Next, we are going to I need to say to you, some of you have not given me a sentence from each, chapters 13, 14, and 15. Just after you've read those chapters, make sure you shoot me a sentence. It can be email, it can be, you can make it a turn-in assignment on the chapter 15 assignment. You can put it in the comments of the chat. Of course, if you put it in the comments of the chat, everyone's going to see what you've written. Now let's get to chapters 13, 14, and 15. We're going to go over the worksheet. Your worksheet looks like this. Mine looks a little different. Mine is just off of what I print from where I type it in on the computer. Okay, so we answered questions 31 through 35 last week. I will take my packet and attach it to the next assignment so that you can pull that up to answer the questions. But we'll start with question 36 today, just discussing. Chapter 13, 14, and 15 are 36 through 40 questions. Question 36. Why is it important that for the community to have a person who can see beyond? Each one of these first three questions, I think, have to do with the same thing. And there's lots of things you could write for question 36. What I wrote was, the counsel comes to the receiver for wisdom to make certain decisions. The receiver has the memories to make wise decisions. The receiver uses their memories that they have received to give advice to the counsel to make wise decisions, help them make wise decisions. Question 36. Question 37 says, why is the giver bitter about the council of elders? I didn't really see that written per se in the reading, but at one point, the giver says that the council does not consult him as often as they should. And if they would consult him more often, he could give them better advice. They could make better decisions. Question number 38. According to the giver, why does Jonas have to receive and store memories of pain? Pretty much the same thing as questions 36 and 37. If the receiver has the memories of pain, he will gain the wisdom to advise the council of elders. By having the memories of pain, the receiver can bear the burden for others. So the receiver is able to bear the burden of the pain by having the pain, and the also is able to help make the wise decisions. This is what's going on in the background in case any of you hear weird noises. I have a dog playing with a toy. The next section is about simile. Several years ago, I'm sure you first heard the word simile, and it has not changed definition since. A simile is still a comparison of two seemingly different things using the word like or the word as. So this passage is from chapter 13. It says that you're reading the passage and answering the questions about the simile in the passage. He fell with his leg twisted under him and could hear the crack of bone. It was as if a hatchet lay lodged in his leg, slicing through each nerve with a hot blade. That's the passage from chapter 13. Question 39 asks, what two things are being compared? I answered this two different ways, and it doesn't matter to me which items you have comparing. The word as is in there, so everything before the word as is one, and everything after the word as is the other. So let's find what's before the word as, and that is where he broke his leg, so the broken leg, and it's also the pain of the broken leg. So either the broken leg compared to the hatchet, so that's what comes after the as, the hatchet in the leg, the broken leg to the hatchet in the leg, or the pain of the broken leg compared to the hot blade slicing through the nerve of the leg. We do not, even if you haven't had a broken leg, and I'm sure you've never had a hatchet slicing, hot blade of a hatchet slicing through the nerve of the leg, you still can get that idea, which is the question number 40. What is the effect of this comparison? Why did the author even put that in there for the reader? And it just helps the reader to understand and feel the pain of the broken leg. The pain of the broken leg, like I said, you probably never had a hatchet slice through your leg. Even if you've never had a broken leg, you would understand what the hot blade of a hatchet slicing through the nerve, how horrible that must feel. That wasn't what happened to Jonas in this memory. What happened to Jonas in this memory, he was going down with the sled again, but the sled wrecked and he broke his leg. Even after he woke up and realized that the leg had not been broken, did you notice that he still limped and had pain in his leg for time after that? Even when he was home, he could still feel the pain of the broken leg, and it was like he still had the broken leg. I thought that was pretty interesting. Chapter 15, I felt like, even though it was super short, it was a bit disturbing. he was in the Civil War, the blue and the gray uniforms. And that made it hard for the reader to understand the pain that he was going through. But the receiver was able, the giver was able to give him that memory, and that took it away from him and lessened the burden on the giver. Gave it to the receiver, which is Jonas. So sometime this week, I shall probably get you to read chapter 16, and we'll start those questions. We're getting closer to the end of the book. Hopefully, you're getting closer to the book making more sense, understanding the reasoning behind the book. I'm sure you will after we read these next chapters and learn what release really means. That's coming up in the next few chapters. Enjoy your week. I'm super uncomfortable making these videos, so I don't know how many of these I will make. I'll try to do it for at least discussions. Have fun. Goodbye from Buster.